2016, I felt like it was kind of like a calm year. So I chose Jaylen Brown. I don't know if you guys have him.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me though, but I chose him.
I got
Josh, you got.
Siakam.
Ooh, that's not a bad
Not
one.
mad at
That's
it
not a
at
bad
all.
one. That's not a
He was
bad one because I was thinking about
that's
him
who
too.
the other person I was thinking. Not mad at it
Yeah.
at all.
Okay, so
I was
why
gonna
you
choose
choose
Ben Simmons.
Siakam?
I'm choosing Siakam for his peak years.
Okay.
And
Would you
I do
count this year
want
as a peak year?
huh?
Would you count this year as a peak year too, or no?
I would count this
Okay,
year as a
okay.
peak year. I think so many times we try to focus on when people are in their primes, but in reality, I think every player has multiple primes throughout their career, especially if they have a long career, more
Yeah,
than 10 to 12 years. If you have more than 10 to 12 years, then you have a long career and you're probably going to have multiple peaks, which is why we've seen LeBron have maybe 3 to 4 different peaks during his career. His
yeah,
opening peak, his peak with Miami, his peak with the Cavs, and now his peak with the Lakers. So, like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Siakam, it's just like, he's I lengthy, tall. I don't want to get too graphic, if you will, but he's lengthy, tall. He's elusive, can move throughout the court quickly, go to coast, can spread the floor out just as well as a point guard can with the same height, if
yeah.
not more height. So, I'm taking Siakam
That's not a bad pick, bro. Because Siakam, I think up until when he got traded to the Pacers, I felt like he was a little bit overrated because of the Kawhi run, even though he was a big part of that run. So it's good to see that Siakam's kind of getting his flowers because I think after this one, he's really cemented himself as one of the best power forwards in the league.
no
It's
doubt.
gonna be a fun year from both of them too, because both of their like star players are hurt. So
Yeah,
both of them have to take over as the number one. So seeing what they're gonna do is like leading their own team. I'm excited to see that, especially from Jaylen Brown, but Siakam as well. But I
yeah.
mean, we have seen it from Siakam. That's why I'm more excited for Jaylen Brown. But yeah, still
Yeah,
excited for
I
that.
think I chose Jaylen Brown over Siakam just because like of recency bias. I think he's been like, being a Celtic, he's been in way more playoff atmospheres, finals atmospheres than Siakam. Even though like the Raptors were still kind of booming around that time, I think when you compare, who's had more playoff experience, Jaylen Brown probably nudges him by a little bit or edges him by a little bit. Um, so yeah, I still feel like Siakam can, potentially be the best player out of the 2016 draft class, just because of his amazing run this past year, and then also I think he's gonna get better after this year. And then when Halliburton comes back, that's gonna be a scary team. That's gonna be a scary team.
For sure.
Yeah.